Welcome back, everyone. We are live outside Paul Revere House in the North End, celebrating the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution. The weather here for the reenactment of the ride tonight is really lovely, but that wasn't always the case, certainly, during those Revolutionary War battles.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know this, that Mother Nature played a major role in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, weather is a big factor in a lot of wars throughout history, and the Revolutionary War was no different.
The weather has played a key role in many of the most infamous wars and battles over the centuries. 250 years ago, as America was fighting to gain its independence, the weather was vastly different from what we're experiencing today. In the 18th century, North America was in a mini ice age. Winters were extremely harsh. There were numerous blizzards, and it was so cold that most of the inlets, harbors, and rivers from New England all the way down to the Carolinas were routinely frozen over. The weather was the X factor during many of the most important battles in the 1770s. Everyone knows about Paul Revere's famous ride from Boston to Lexington on April 18th, 1775. But did you know that there was a soaking rainfall that day? Shocker, I know, in April. Well, the British easily won the first armed conflict in Lexington, and they planned to move their cannons onto Concord on April 19th. Now, the rains from the prior day had moved out, and the 19th was a clear, chilly day. But as one of the most important battles was about to begin, the British had a major problem. The roads were too soft and muddy from the prior day's rainfall. Their cannons stuck. They remained there in the mud in Lexington, and the American militia went on to secure their first major victory against the British. Over the next several months, the Americans won several battles, thanks in part to Mother Nature. In early 1776, Colonel Henry Knox had to move American artillery through extremely harsh weather through the Berkshires from Fort Ticonderoga across frozen rivers back to George Washington's Continental Army in Cambridge, Mass. Well, thanks to this artillery, the Americans were able to fortify the Dorchester Heights against the British Army. As the British prepared for one final surge, an early March storm struck, causing them to call off the attack and evacuate Boston. Now, perhaps the most infamous instance of the weather aiding in battle came in December of 1776. A nor'easter struck as George Washington, and his army crossed the Delaware River, helping them to maintain the element of surprise. The Americans then scored a huge victory in the Battle of Trenton, fighting in a raging snowstorm. Now, several days later in early January 1777, after the British sent thousands of reinforcements, warmer weather and muddy roads halted the British advance, long enough to prevent what surely would have been a major American troop loss. Later that night, as frigid air moved in and refroze the roads, Washington and his army took advantage and secured a key victory in Princeton, turning the tables on the war. Well, weather affects so many things. Always an excuse to dress up, by the way. Always a little bit of fun as well. And in the War of 1812, when the British were burning Washington, D.C., a severe thunderstorm actually came through and stopped their advance there as well before they finished the job. So weather has played a really important role in where we stand tonight.